Hello everyone. So today we are going to continue with the rest of the system, reskin of the menu system. So yesterday we worked on this main menu and the game menu. So now we are going to work on these options. So as you can see, everything is reskinned to match the new theme that I have in my game. So the reason I'm doing this series is so you will be able to use my code with whatever the design you want. So you can get this project and reskin it to match the theme, color scheme, font, or whatever the design you have to match with your game. So yeah, let's continue with the reskinning. So this is the option menu that I have in my previous design, but I'm going to change this because as you can see, these buttons are not clear and also this is not balanced. So I want to get rid of the angle and I want to have a vertical design but with this same theme. So I have designed these buttons and I'm going to use these buttons in place of this options menu as these buttons. So we have this graphics, display, audio, gameplay controls. So instead of these buttons, I'm gonna replace with these style buttons. So let me also open the main menu because we need to have the same layout for the options. So let me copy this background, blur and border. I'll rename this bottom border because that's in the bottom. Copy and here paste. They should be on the top. PG should be here. Bottom border should be 0, position Y. Okay. And blur should be above bottom border. Now these buttons in the horizontal box should be moved down to match the same line as these. So this one anchored to the bottom middle and minus 88. What if I make it minus 90? Yeah, that's a nice round number, but in the game and also I have that. Minus 90. So here this should be moved to bottom and those 75 no yeah, but it's size to content. Okay, so where did I put the back button in the game menu? It has to match here. Minus 90 from the left. So this has to be same. Yeah. So I'll anchor this to the bottom right. And oh, not here. This one. I'll anchor this to bottom right and change alignment 0.5 and 1. here minus 90. Oh wait, not here. Again I selected the wrong menu. Here. Anchor to the bottom right. This 1.5. And then minus 90. Sorry, it's minus 300. We can't measure the. What if I make it 1 and minus 50? No, minus 100. Okay, let's align this way. That should be easier. So 1 minus 100 and minus 90. Right. That already matches with this line also, which is good. Now as for the button theme style, let me copy that. Style, paste. Okay, and the text also. You can't copy the style, but color we can, and font is barn script, whatever that is. Select the text, paste. Okay, compile. Maybe I'll change this reset to default. Just reset. That's better. And width, it's 200, but I think I changed to 150. Yeah. So for all of them, 150. Right. Let's see how it looks so far. Right. The bottom part looks nice. Maybe I would need back buttons. Those. Because I use this. Yeah. In the other menu. It looks nice. Okay. Now the next step is these buttons. So vertical box, graphics. As the image, I'll select this one. Okay, it looks deformed. What if I make this vertical box size to content? And all the texts of these buttons right aligned. Size to content didn't make a difference. So this box, oh, I see one issue here. Padding right side. I'll make this 0 and left side 50, because otherwise this does not align to the right. But that's not what I was working on. I was working on here. So this is based on the size of this vertical box. So we need to find the right size for this. Let me undo. And if I increase the button size, let's try this. This is like this. Okay, select all the buttons and select fill. Yeah. Now this looks fine. No. Remove this size to content. Yes, this looks good. Let's 150, 150, and size X 400, size Y 600, no 400. Okay, size X 350. Okay, this is good enough for now. So yeah, let's see how this looks when I hover over it. It becomes fully white, which may not be ideal. So normal, hovered. Oh, here also we do need the same image, but the tint, I'll change it like this, because here the tint is full white. Maybe it should be changed. Because when you hover over it, it should be more brighter. Yeah. So this one, can I pick the color? Yeah, but that's not what I want. No, let me undo that. Let's make it a bit transparent. Did that work? Okay, now I'm not sure. This has to be fully white. Yeah, this is better. Okay. So I'll copy the style over to other buttons also, right? Then we need to change the icon. So for the display, this is the icon. For audio, yeah, this is the icon. And for gameplay, this one. sorry, this one. For controls, this one. Right, now let's test. Okay, for gameplay I have picked a wrong image. This one. Right. Now one issue. This does not look very good because the background image is too bright. So perhaps can we make it a bit darker? Somewhat like this. We need to copy the color. And the font, I think it should be white. And this font, it doesn't have a bold option, so that's fine. Right, let's see now. Okay, that should be clear enough. Now this already looks somewhat okay, but we need to improve this, the menu area too. So in my other design I had some panel behind this text, well, like this, but I think I will add that without the angle. So another border. Here I'll call it option border, option BG, and should match with these borders. So graphic options, let's open it. Word, no, this vertical box. Let me copy these anchors to this background, option BG, paste, and set these to 0. Okay, now Y options. Right. There should be no offsets. Okay. And this should be content, brush color, like this. Let me pick the color from this. Okay, and also not a solid color, it should be transparent. Right. So this is how it looks, but it should not, there should be some gap between the edge of this button and the white background, but I don't want to move this one also to the right side. So therefore this one also have a 150 from the left. So I think if these options also have 150 from the right, that should be better. So X anchor maximum, I'll set it to 1. Now offset right 150. Yeah. Now this gap and this gap matches. So before I forget, we need to apply the same gap for other options. So for the option 150 and controls 150 display 150 can play 150. Right, shall we test? Settings, okay, display. Oh, we need to change the requester theme also. The rest I think good enough. We need to change the title. What if I make it black? Not good. Let's get rid of the outline. Then no. This color. Not clear enough. Just plain white should do. And perhaps a shadow. A little bit of a shadow. Yeah. So next, these texts and these buttons. For that, here, this is coming from option lines. That's nice because we only have to change it here. Okay, and the selected value, also this function, these two buttons, I don't think we need an icon, so just these should be enough. Therefore normal tint maybe 0, but the text should be larger. And also white. Yeah. Just like this underline, when we hover over it, let's get an underline rather than having this full overall. box. So how did I do the underline? Oh, we can copy this style. Yeah. For both buttons. Yeah, that's better. It's subtle, but that's enough. Oh, when I click, oh wait, when I click I get a box, which is not cool. I need to get rid of that. So, starting from main menu, onward, copy the same to paste. Margin, can I increase this? No. But if I add right margin also, just when we click, so we get some, yeah. No. Oh, we can make it white, more white. Yeah, that's enough. So we see some difference. Okay, now we have to copy this style again. Copy. For the options, paste, and option line, paste. Right, I did the same changes for these other controls. The only different thing is this controls. This is a little bit different because here you don't see under key panel these keys, because these are dynamically added based on the inputs that you have in your project. So therefore I had to find the key widget, this one. So here, well, it's the same thing. You can use the same font like this, but still it's not perfect. So we have this button like key and there is no spacing in between. So to fix that, let me copy the button style first from one of these buttons to key. Yeah, now it looks alright. Oh, instead of this yellow, we should be using blue. Reset. Because we have blue in here. Let me copy that blue color. Here, on clicked. Oh, how can I paste it here? We need to copy the hex code from the main menu. Okay, now if I go here, settings, controls, say it's blue. Okay, So here if I select one, you can see there is a padding for bottom 20. Now this is where I add keys. Init key, no, this is key. In the controls graph, here init key mapping, this is where I add keys, and when I create a key widget and add it as a child to this key panel, the key panel is also a vertical box, so when we add it, we get in return this panel slot. If I convert this to a vertical box slot, we can set padding. I'll collapse this part, set padding, I'll just call it padding. Wait, why can't I change it? Okay, now split, everything is 0, bottom is 20. Right, now it should have the same spacing as other tabs, see? Nice. And the only thing remaining for us to do is this window. So the request here. Let me close other tabs and copy the style of these buttons and open the request again. Yes, no, paste style and the font should be white, should be this font. Okay, now instead of black for this box, I think it would be better if we have a background like this with some white outline. So let me go back to Photoshop. Yeah, so without anything in the middle, I'll save this. Request BG. Oh, I saved it as a PSD, but yeah, that's fine. I can import it. Request BG. Okay, for the border, right, brush color white. Okay, now let's see how it appears. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so all good. Controls, yeah. And I think we can stop this episode right here. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of Patreon Club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.